issues, larger issues a bit later. First was a decision on reduction in late fee for past returns. Reduction in late fee for past returns. So, as a measure to clean up the pendency in return filing, late fee for non-furnishing of forms, which are GSTR 3B. This relates to the period, tax period, July 2017 to January 2020. So this is not non-payment or non-return filing related to the COVID period. It is well before it. So for the period beginning from July 2017 to January 2020, which is prior to the COVID period, a lot of return filing has been pending. And because the return filing goes in a sequence, unless you finish one, you can't go to the second. Unless you finish the second, you can't go to the third. A lot of pipeline issues of getting clogged because they can't do the third before they complete the first. So such things have been pending for a long time. So on that, for all non-furnishing of GSTR 3B forms, there's been a decision taken, and decision is that for those nil liability, meaning for those who have no tax liability but who are just filing their return, there will be zero late fees. There won't be any late fees. I repeat that, for all those who have no tax liability but who have not filed their returns between July of 2017 and till January 2020, there won't be a late fee at all. The next one, the maximum late fee has been capped to 500 per return if there is tax liability. The earlier one is for people who have no liability but who have to file their returns. This one of capping the late fee to 500 rupees to the maximum is for those who have not filed but who have a tax liability. So if you had a tax liability, you will have to pay 500 rupees. And that's the maximum. It's been capped at 500. This reduced rate of late fee would apply for all the GSTR 3Bs. Those GSTR 3B returns which are getting furnished between 1st July 2020 to 30th September 2020. So for those who have liability, tax liability, and who have not filed their returns between 1st July 2017 till January 2020, now if they choose to do it, they should do it between 1st July 2020 and 30th September. So July, August and full of September, they have the time to file and pay up that 500 rupees for those who have liability. So this window is being given for this clearing up of the pendency. Clearing up of the pendency. A second decision is further relief is being offered for small taxpayers for late filing of returns for February, March and April 2020. So this certainly relates to the COVID period. For small taxpayers whose aggregate turnover is up to 5 crores, for the supplies which have been affected in the month of February, March and April of 2020, the rate of interest for late furnishing of return for the said months beyond the specified date, which is 6th July 2020. For some people it is earlier, 4th July. For somebody else it may be 5th July. It was staggered. But the last of that date was 6th July 2020. The annum to 9% per annum, and that also only till September 30th. You have to do it before September 30th. The rate of interest is reduced from 18% to 9%. In other words, for these months, small taxpayers will not be charged any interest till the notified days of relief. For February, March and April, because we have given time till July 6th, which is the staggered date, otherwise they would have done it in their respective months. Up to July, there's nothing that they have to worry about. They don't have to pay the late fee. But thereafter, it will be 9% instead of 18%. And this 9% for these small turnover people, turnover up to only 5 crores people, is only allowed till 30th September. So reduction in the interest rate is valid only up to 30th September. Similarly, another decision which was taken is to provide relief for small taxpayers for subsequent tax periods, which is the one which I just spoke about was for February, March and April. Now I am talking about for the period May, June and July. For that period also we are giving a relief for taxpayers having an aggregate turnover up to 5 crores. This further relief, which is provided by a waiver of late fees and interest if they file the Form 3B for the supplies which have been affected in the months of May, June and July by September 2020. There also the dates will be staggered, but it all will end by 30th September. So first relief was for period February, March, April. The next now that we are fresh giving you is for the period which is May, June, July. That all this will have to be paid up by 30th September. Then the rate of interest came down from 18 to 9 in that case. And here for small relief is again being given to them. There will be no late fees charged. No interest also. The next decision is on time extension in period for seeking revocation of cancellation of registration. I'll read this out so that it's clear. To facilitate taxpayers who could not get their cancelled GST registrations restored in time, an opportunity is being given for filing of application for revocation of cancellation of registration up to 30th September in all cases where registrations have been cancelled till 12/6/2020. These were the major reliefs which are applicable for compliances related to the COVID period. Of course, there were some technical issues related to clauses within the Finance Act which had to be amended in the CGST Act and in the IGST Act. We sought the approval of the House, of the Council. They were taken. There were 4 other things which I'd like to draw your attention. In July, which is on the request of all the ministers, there shall be a meeting to discuss exclusively one agenda point, and that is compensation cess. Compensation which has to be given to the states, and if at all it results in some kind of a borrowing, how and who is going to pay for it. These are issues which in July all members have requested for a special one agenda council meeting, which we've agreed dates will be fixed subsequently. Today also, like the last time, we had taken up some correction of inversion of duties issue. You know, that's a festering issue for a very long time because of inversion in duties. We, one, get less tax revenue, two, end up giving a lot more of refunds because of the accumulated ITCs. Therefore, this issue of correcting inversion has been discussed in almost 3-4 GST Council meetings. This time too, we took it up, and whilst every minister would agree with the logic that existed, that there is certainly an anomaly, inversion is causing problems in terms of revenue generation, inversion is also resulting in terms of unexpected amounts going as refunds, and therefore there is a need to correct. On that there was almost across the board unanimity. But there was a bit of a discussion in that there was a question of when do we want it to be corrected, meaning when do we want to rationalize the rates to amend or to correct the inversion related problems. On that, while the principle was agreed by everybody, on this being the time, there was a bit of a discussion, and therefore this decision has been postponed. Extensive discussion on that inversion, correction of inversion matter happened on textiles. Of course, there were other two items, but we didn't take it up because the sense of the House was principle agreed, correction required, but is it this time? Therefore, the other two items did not even come up for discussion. Then, Uttar Pradesh raised the issue of discussion on butties, the bricklins, I think, and also on pan masala related matters. They have been asking for rates for that, for these items. Literally 3 or 4 sessions have been talking about it, but somehow this conclusion had never been arrived at. So the minister from Uttar Pradesh felt strongly about it because he wanted to have revenue for his state and wanted the council to take a quick call on it and make a final decision. So I have assured him that in the next meeting we'll take it up when a regular GST council meeting would happen. Then the last item which I want to draw your attention was IGST accumulation from 2017-18, which led to an ad hoc decision of sharing accumulated IGST. Prior to that, the formula-based quick division which happens between the sharing which happens between the center and state, prior to that formulation coming into place, which effectively meant that very quickly every time automatically sharing kept happening. Prior to that arrangement, there was this huge accumulation of IGST, which at that time ad hoc decision was taken to split it into 2 halves and share it, as a result of which an anomaly had arisen, that correction had to happen. Now, understanding the need for states to have money in their hands, we corrected one end of it, wherein the states did not have to do any adjustment, but we could release money and give it to them. As a result of which, I could clear the bills for the compensation between December, January, February, which you know has been lying pending. We have cleared it about 3 days ago. The detailing of that, getting into the nitty-gritties of what is that kind of adjustment which has to be technically done. All states were appreciative that in this climate where they are the front-end fighters for COVID, we have decided to sort this matter out, iron out the differences and pay them. We have paid them is something which all of them appreciated and recognized. But the nitty-gritty and the ironing out of the process and the procedure, we have arrived at a decision that because there is a GOM on it, headed by Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar, Sri Sushil Modi, we would give all the paperwork to the officials of every state, and then the GOM will go into the details just so that the process gets cleared. So the correction, one leg of the correction has happened, the other leg will have to be sorted out together with the states. So that's broadly what I want to report on. I leave it to you now to open up the floor.
So we will take your questions, few questions. I am calling, may I call Ajay Mishra from Doordarshan first? Again. Again.
नमस्कार वित्त महोदय।
Yeah.
मुझे मेरी आवाज आपको मिल रही है? वित्त मंत्री जी, मेरा सवाल आपसे ये है कि बहुत सारे जो एमएसएमई सेक्टर हैं उनके जो गुड्स हैं वो गोडाउन्स में एक तरह से बहुत एक्सपायरी के कगार पर है। क्या आपको लगता है कि उनको आईटीसी यानी इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट में कुछ छूट दिया जाना चाहिए? क्योंकि बहुत सारे जो सेक्टर्स हैं खासतौर पर एमएसएमई में वो उस लॉकडाउन की वजह से बुरी तरह से प्रभावित हुए हैं। धन्यवाद।
अभी कुछ इसके ऊपर चर्चा नहीं हुई।
Now I am calling Joyita. She was there from PTI. Joyita.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes. Yes, please.
Ma'am, could you please elaborate on what is the decision being taken on correction of duty inversion in textile sector?
No decision was taken today.
May I call Siddharth, please? Siddharth, you are visible to us.
Ma'am, just a follow-up to that. You said textiles and a couple of other sectors for inverted duty reduction, ma'am. Which would be the sectors, number one? And number two, ma'am, apart from these borrowings to pay the compensation, are some other options also being considered to address this whole compensation concern that states have?
By the other way, footwear.
Footwear and fertilizer. Mobile has already been done.
Footwear, fertilizer, mobile, and textile were the four since some couple of meetings ago. Mobile was decided last time. Textile, this time we had a discussion. So the other footwear and fertilizer were not even taken up for discussion. And on the compensation, there will be a meeting dedicated for it. The council meeting will be dedicated for it. So everybody would get into the details, I suppose, in that meeting. The details were not discussed today.
May I call Dilasha from Business Standard?
Hi, ma'am. Yes, my question is that while you said that the decision on correction of inversion of duty was deferred, there were also talks or demand to cut GST rates. So what I want to understand is there a plan to revisit the rate or the rate structure, because on one hand you have to revive demand, and is there any relation? If you could please help understand.
No, nothing of that was discussed today.
May I call Anchal from Indian Express? Anchal? May I go now next to the Priscilla from Hindu? Priscilla? Yes. Priscilla, are you getting us?
Hello.
Yes.
ma'am, just wanted to ask, was there a discussion on inclusion of alcohol, liquor, or any other petroleum products?
Please repeat your question.
Was there any discussion on inclusion of liquor, petroleum products under GST, or any possibility for discussion next meeting?
No, nothing was discussed today.
May I call again Priscilla? She was there in the bedroom. Timsi?
Ma'am, Timsi Jaipuria from CNBC TV 18. I have two questions. Firstly, how worried is the government on revenue position because of COVID-19 outbreak? And secondly, what is the exact proposal that the UP state is pushing for when it comes to pan masala and other products, which you said earlier, after which you also said that you have assured UP state that soon a decision will be taken and the matter will be discussed in the next council meeting. What was the proposal that UP government has given?
That will get discussed in the fitment committee, and also after that it will come to the council. I have assured the minister that hopefully the next regular meeting that happens of the council, that will be brought in, depending on how the fitment committee looks into it. Although earlier also the fitment had once looked into it. However, now as per procedure, I would like it to go through the fitment and then come. But in the next regular meeting, I've assured him that it will come for discussion. And about revenue, we've given a picture even to the council.
What is the, if you can elaborate on the picture, ma'am, how do
That
we
will be
see
discussed in the
revenues
fitment, I can't really. Sorry?
How do we see revenues growing or declining in the future, ma'am, in this year itself?
I wouldn't get into the details now.
Last two questions. First one by Shashir Sinha, and then last one is from Ruchi Bhatia. First, Shashir Sinha, please.
Yeah. Good afternoon, ma'am. Shishir from Hindu Business Line. I just need a clarification on the late fee. You said that during for the late filer during July 2017 to January 2020 for the people, for SSCs who have some kind of tax liability, will there also be an interest on the payable on that? That is the 18% thing?
There is no interest on it. We've only reduced and capped it to 500 rupees.
Okay, that's the maximum interest or the late fee whatsoever we do.
No. See, what has been the decision that has been taken is that the reduction in the on the late fee for those who have a nil liability, they don't have to pay tax. For them, the late fee will be nil.
Right,
for
sir.
those who have to actually pay tax, when they are filing return, let us say if they have to pay 1,000 rupees tax, so that tax has to be paid, and then of course the interest will have to be paid on that delayed payment of tax. However, the late fee has been capped to 500 rupees.
And interest will be, sir, 18%?
You know, whatever was the prevailing rate of interest at that time. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You'll get it in the press release, don't worry.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, last question by Ruchi Bhatia. May I call her? Ruchi? Ruchi, are you able to listen?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Ma'am, I wanted to understand from you that today for a large part in the meeting, the issue of revenue was discussed. The fact that in the last 2 months when there was a lockdown, we did not see a lot of collections in terms of GST. How have the states responded to this issue? What are the kind of concerns that they have raised? And naturally, the fact that these 2 months, as against the asking rate, if we haven't been able to meet the target, this is going to put a lot of pressure on the government's own, revenue positions as well. So how do you factor all of that in?
No, the states watched the presentation. They understood what the collections were. It was in the range of about 45% only. And that they watched, there wasn't any particular comment which they gave, but the Revenue Secretary wants to add something here.
The collections are done by the states also. We must understand that every state is fully aware of how much money they are getting every month. Therefore, it is not the question that we are informing them. I mean, there is a discussion where we are discussing as a all these center and the states together how much is the revenue we got during the last 2 months, and those revenues are not final figures. Because the date for the filing of returns have been extended, so we'll get the correct picture of the total amount of tax that we get in the month of April, May and June. That will be known only after the last date is over. However, whatever collections that have happened, they are in the full knowledge of all these states because they also are collecting money.
I just have a follow-up question to it. Just want to understand, you were saying that the range was just about 45%. So going forward, now that we're seeing unlocking of the economy, do you expect the GST collections to rise? And my second question is for ma'am. Ma'am, just away from GST today, for petrol prices, we've seen petrol prices being hiked for the 6th consecutive day. And now the consumers are really feeling the pinch as well. Will the government at all look at giving a thought to perhaps revisiting some of those duties that have been put by the central government?
Duties by the central government and the state government, or just the central government?
Just the central government, ma'am. Just the excise.
All right. All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And I will be sending you the press release within a few minutes.